Hey, this is Sean with Funnel Rush. This video is about SMTP services within ClickFunnels. I have multiple sites within ClickFunnels that run various SMTP services. I use MailChimp and I use SendGrid. Not every SMTP services is compatible with ClickFunnels, so you got to know that first off. So this video is about how to set that up within ClickFunnels. If you're not a ClickFunnels user and you're just trying to understand what the capabilities are, this video will also give you a pretty good idea of that as well. If you're not a ClickFunnels user, go in, hit my link in the description. I'm offering some free deals, some promotions right now and bonuses. Watch the video. It's a free video. You kind of check out all the details. But anyway, enjoy the
The purpose of this tutorial is to show you how to set up ClickFunnels to send out emails from your funnel or from your ClickFunnels account. When done, you'll know the items you need and the steps to follow to set up your ClickFunnels account. There are a few items you need before you can start. First, you need an active ClickFunnels account. You can get a 14-day free trial if you don't have an account already. Once you have your account, jot down your login information and keep it handy. The second thing you're going to need is an SMTP account. SMTP is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It's highly recommended to use an SMTP service known to be compatible with ClickFunnels. The second thing you're going to need is an SMTP account. SMTP is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It's highly recommended to use an SMTP service known to be compatible with ClickFunnels. In the ClickFunnels documentation, they list several services that are available that's known to work with ClickFunnels. Most of them have a free or a very low cost basic plan. For the example in this tutorial, we're going to be using SendGrid as the service. However, the process will be the same, largely be the same regardless of which service you end up choosing. Also note you're going to need your email address, which it should be with a custom domain instead of one of the free email accounts like a Gmail account or Yahoo or Hotmail or those type of accounts. Most of the services want the emails to be sent out from a business domain or at least a custom personalized domain. Another item you're going to need is you will need the custom domain inside of ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels has implemented a link tracking feature so that any unsubscribes or link tracking are done through your custom domain. So you're going to need to have either a custom domain that you already own, or you're going to need to add one to set up the SMTP. So once you have your login information ready to ClickFunnels, if you have registered a domain name outside of ClickFunnels, you need to log in to where that's registered. Typical places you might have something like that would be at domain registrars like GoDaddy or Namecheap, or perhaps you have your domains through a hosting account where you maybe already have a website hosted. In that case, you would access your custom domain maybe directly through HostGator or Bluehost or other similar services. Also note, in the past, the ClickFunnels custom domains and SMTP setup oftentimes made reference to Cloudflare. Cloudflare was a free DNS management service, and you can still set up a free account with Cloudflare. However, ClickFunnels has recently stopped recommending the use of Cloudflare, and the reason for this is because ClickFunnels has set up an enterprise account with Cloudflare, so whatever configurations may have been shown before on an individual account by account basis, ClickFunnels is handling that on at a higher level in ClickFunnels. So it's not really necessary to use a Cloudflare account at this time. However, you may encounter some old documentation on ClickFunnels referring to Cloudflare. And so the next step is basically just an overview of the process now that you have the items set up that you needed. First, we're going to go to SendGrid, and you create your account at SendGrid. The process of doing that, they require you to click an email to verify your account, and then you capture your login username and password. Then the next step is to integrate SendGrid with ClickFunnels, and once that's set up, then you want to test and verify your integration is working. And then an optional item you can do through SendGrid is you can white label your domain. Now the purpose of white labeling your domain is when you send out emails that are not white labeled, it would say from your name at yourbusinessdomain.com via SendGrid. And if you set up the white label option, then when the email comes through, it will just appear to come directly from your name at yourbusiness.com. And then there's an additional feature which is optional for setting up white label link tracking. Now with the new feature that Clickfunnels has implemented for link tracking, it's really not necessary to do the white label link setup, because that's now being set up inside of Clickfunnels through the custom domain setup as part of the SMTP configuration. So that's the process. Now we're going to switch over to Clickfunnels and SendGrid and look at an example of setting that up. So when you're in your Clickfunnels account, you will go over to the account settings and you will go to custom domains and you will add the custom domain here. Clickfunnels allows you one free domain associated with your account. So if you don't have a custom domain set up, you can set one up through Clickfunnels and register it right in the Clickfunnels dashboard. However, you may have an external custom domain that you can add through the process, and then the instructions for adding the custom domain are outside the scope of this tutorial, but basically you will need to make sure that you have your custom domain listed here. Then you go to account, go into SMTP settings, and here's where you add your SMTP configuration. So you go in and click add the SMTP configuration, and here you have a screen with several things to enter. They want a title, a from name, a from email, the SMTP server, the SMTP port name, the SMTP username, SMTP password, SMTP domain, the custom domain, and then your footer information, and then some of these different webhooks come into place to play depending on which service you pick. For example, this is referencing Spark Post, this is MailChimp, this one's SendGrid. So as soon as we tell it SendGrid, all these others will disappear. So I'm going to say SendGrid example. Then the from name would be your name. From email will be you at yourdomain.com. The SMTP server for SendGrid is going to SMTP and this information is in the tutorial, and it's always recommended to check the current Clickfunnels documentation, because sometimes things change in terms of the current setup. Here is going to be the SendGrid username, and then here will be the SendGrid password. This is going to be SendGrid. The sending domain, SMTP domain, is SendGrid.net, and then here is where you drop down and pick the custom domain from your Clickfunnels account. Then you put your footer information here in this tab. You can type in, you can put company name, mail, mailing address, zip code, state. Requirements are different in different areas as far as what the law requires for putting in your footer, but generally you want to put in your mailing address, or a physical or mailing address, in the footer of your emails, along with an unsubscribe link, so that people could say, I'm not interested in, I want to unsubscribe from your mails. And then if this is going to be your default setup, you can click default. Now once you enter this information, you'll click create SMTP integration, and then when that's done, you have an opportunity to click verify email settings, and that will set up your SMTP integration. If after you've set up your integration, if you need to come back in and do some changes to it, you can click on you'll see this added here on the left, and you can click on that name, and you can go in and edit the title or the from email address or the from name. You can update your footer information, and once you do that, you can click update SMTP integration. And then if you need to delete this, you can come back and click destroy. When you click destroy, that will remove the integration from your account, and of course you'd have to set everything back up if you add in a new one. So that covers the process of adding the SMTP integration to ClickFunnels. After you do that, the next piece of the puzzle would be to go into your funnel, and you can, depending on which plan of ClickFunnels you have, if you have the $97 plan, you can go into the funnels under the automation tab of the funnel pages and configure your email. If you're on the $297 plan with ClickFunnels, you can go in, you have access to Actionetics, and inside of Actionetics you'll click Actionetics, and then you need to go in and add an Actionetics list, and then you can add an action funnel and set up your autoresponder emails from the action funnel. So that's the overall process of setting up your ClickFunnels to SendGrid SMTP integration.
Remember that if you don't have ClickFunnels, we're running a special promotion right now where you get my training package, which is a $500 value, for free if you sign up through ClickFunnels. Hit the description in the link. All the details and all the instructions are there for free. I have a video. Watch the entire video and sign up for free. I give you my $500 training package.